if you had suffered some smoke stuff from the sage fire took place a few weeks ago, and especially in those areas of Stevenson Ranch, the heat might bring out some of that smoke smell you thought you might have bypassed. You can always call Joel from Paul Davis Restoration Services. And Joel, this is the time of year where after something like that, or fire or anything else, and you think maybe you got away with not getting any smoke damage, sometimes that can kind of permeate and begin to really affect how you are living your life inside your house, right?
Oh, absolutely. The heat opens up the pores in the wood and the other materials in the building, and smoke will generate out, and the odors will come back because they cooled down and got locked into those porous materials. But we have many techniques that we can use to deodorize a home electronically, manually. A lot of different ways to go about addressing that. So you don't have to live like you're in a campfire all the time.
When we talk about, deodorizing, really important. I know a lot of real estate agents, things like that, and they go into a house that may have maybe not have been taken care of very well, or perhaps, especially if it's an older, lifelong smoker who smoked inside. Those are things that you can do too to kind of deodorize the interiors. Is that something that you guys handle, or is that?
Absolutely. We've done several nicotine projects that came out fabulous, and that, again, that's a multi-layer. Get the gross contamination out, treat it electronically, and with deodorizing equipment. We also have some pairing agents that we put into those situations. And once all of that gross contamination's removed, the carpet, the pad, we will go in and treat the cabinets, and then you get a good seal and paint, and you're good as new. Sometimes we've had to really detail scrub the windows in the place because they were just caked with all the oils from the nicotine and tars. So we've also done a home that was sold. The people bought it, moved in, and the lady of the house became severely allergic. We brought in our cleaning crew, ran some electronic air scrubbers, and cleaned the place up to the point where she was able to live in the house.
So we're talking about allergens and things too,
oh,
especially
absolutely.
if you had cats or something like that.
Correct,
a lot of people are
yes.
really. So that's fascinating. So basically, if there's anything that okay, first and foremost, what can I do with this house? Give Paul Davis Restoration Services a call. And talk about biohazard and things like that too. You guys take care of that as well, right?
We do. We do a lot of. I personally have a number of certificates through IICRC as well as EPA and OSHA, and we do treat bloodborne pathogen, crime scenes and trauma cleanup. You'd think the police would take care of that. They do their investigation, and they leave, and they say, figure it out. So if you find yourself in that situation, give us a call. We're experienced and know how to handle that as well.
Even a situation where an injury occurs in the home that's serious enough to that also can happen. So that's really important as well to think about.
Yes,
it's not
absolutely.
easy to clean that up on your own, or you're not quite sure how to dispose of things. So that's good. And not to mention, not just residential, but commercial as well.
Absolutely. We do a lot of commercial work. We've been asked to get on a program with one of the national carriers for commercial work, and that was quite an honor to be invited onto that program. So we're looking forward to working with that company as well.
So again, pretty much any situation where something needs to be cleaned up, it needs to be restored. We talked before about mold remediation as well. Of course, smoke damage from the fire, wind damage. We do get those Santa Anas kick up, and things sometimes fall over on houses or get knocked down, caused it. So pretty much, I would almost say anything that requires a fix-it in a home or business, at least you can start out with Paul Davis Restoration Services, right?
Disaster response,
I love it.
Disaster response. And one more thing I'd like to mention, it's a little off topic of what we're discussing, but I think it's very prudent. I know a lot of people lease and rent homes, and we deal with a lot of third parties, tenants in occupied homes. And that can be a really dicey situation. I recommend that all people who rent property get a hold of some renter's insurance, and I recommend to the people who lease the property that they require that. It saves a lot of aggravation for both parties if there's some kind of a mishap.
That is great advice, because the homeowner's insurance on a property only covers the outside, not what's inside the home.
Well, typically, if it's a rented property, it only covers the structure.
Right.
Okay? The easiest way to think about what structure is if you were to take and hold your house in your hand and turn it over and shake it, everything that falls out falls under contents.
Outstanding.
So a rented home, the contents belongs to the tenant and the structure belongs to the owner of the property.
Real property versus personal. I like it. Paul Davis Emergency Services or Paul Davis Restoration Services. That website is santaclarita.pauldavis.com, 310-0884. Joel, always a pleasure to have you stopping by and giving us updates on that. And, of course, anything for your disaster response needs.